Here to tell us more about this incredible event, we have the president of the Oakland Astronomy Club, Gary Dietz, as well as chairperson of the Keego Harbor Parks and Rec Committee, Kirsten Sonneville-Douglass. Thank you both for being here.
Yes.
Getting straight to it, I have always been fascinated by stars. So I want to break down from your both different perspectives about this event. First and foremost, starting with you, Gary, why is it beneficial for the Oakland Astronomy Club to partner with Keego Harbor Parks and Rec for this event?
Well, I think it's great to just promote STEM and astronomy for the public, and just to help them to learn a little bit more about the night sky and some of the objects that we pretty much take for granted most of the time when we're looking up at the sky.
Yes, I can agree with that. There's a lot more to the science and the aesthetics of what we're looking at when we look outside. And for you, Kirsten, basically the same thing from a Keego Harbor Parks and Rec perspective. Why is it important for you all to collaborate with the Oakland Astronomy Club?
It was part of the Keego Connect project that I wanted to bring to Parks and Rec in Keego Harbor, right? Connecting our community, activating our parks. I met the club at another event, and my son is a enthusiast. So when I got the newsletter, I was like, this is one that we need to partner with, and I'm so thankful that they are coming to our parks.
Nice. So like I said, I've always been fascinated with stars, just looking. I even had a telescope when I was younger. Don't think I used it correctly. Don't even know what if I was looking at. But for you, Gary, can you share some insights on the celestial objects that we could possibly see during this event?
Absolutely. We'll probably start the evening out, if we're lucky. Sunsets around 8:45 that evening, but we may get a little bit of an opportunity to look at the sun, even with a solar filter on one of our telescopes. And then after that, a little bit later in the evening as it gets dark, we plan on looking at the typical 6 objects that we like to look at and show to our groups, which are constellations, planets, galaxies, nebula, star clusters, and double stars. And so we're hoping that we're going to have clear enough skies that we can get a look at least one of all of those different kinds of objects in the sky.
Sheesh. Wow, I was just expecting stars. You really went there, Gary. Okay, join us right here live on The Splash. President of the Oakland Astronomy Club, the expert like we have him, Gary Dietz, as well as chairperson for Keego Harbor Parks and Rec, Kirsten Sonneville-Douglass. So for you, Kirsten, kind of putting this event together, can you just talk about any challenges that you may have overcome with organizing an event like this to get the community together, especially during the times outside at night with possible weather conditions?
Weather is going to be the big one, and I have no control over that one.
Correct.
So that one we're just not going to talk about.
Right.
But light pollution, right? We are in an urban area, or not urban area, we're in the suburbs.
Right.
So light pollution is huge. And so I know that Gary and one of our other commissioners, Jackie, walked some of the parks to see if it was dark enough for us to be able to see that. And then parking, we are a small little city. We have so many parks, but parking is always an issue.
That's a great point, as a matter of fact. And as a matter of fact, Gary, I want you to piggyback off of that too. Can you just talk about the difference that it makes with the location that you try to look at the stars? A lot of people think you could just look up and see the stars and they'll look the same anywhere. But can you just talk about the difference that the location makes?
Absolutely. I mean, typically the best locations are, like, I am actually up north right now near Sleeping Bear Dunes, and it's darker skies up here. There's fewer big cities with lots of lights, and it gets even better when you're maybe in the southwestern United States, Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California.
Really?
Again, you have dry skies, so there's not a lot of moisture in it, as well as the fact that there's not a lot of city lights. And so you won't be able to see some of the fainter objects in the sky, some of these deep sky objects that we hope to see on the 23rd when we're in Keego Harbor. You just can't see some of those when you have too much light pollution, which you get in the cities. Our observatory for our club is actually in Addison Oaks County Park, which is about 10 miles north of Rochester, and in a little bit darker area. So you have a little bit better conditions there than you would in the city. So.
Yeah, I've noticed that also. When I look at the sky when I'm at home in the city area, as opposed to when I go to like my grandma's home who stays in the country. It looks more vivid. It's like the stars and space in 4K. So I'm glad you actually made sense of that also. Know we're running low on time, so we want to thank both of you all for being here. Kirsten, just lastly, more information in regards to this specific event and how people can become part of it.
They can check out the city website at keegoharbor.org or check out our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/KH Parks.
Perfect, perfect. At KH Parks on Facebook for more information. We want to thank you both again for being here, giving us your expertise and information. Once again, Gary Dietz, president of the Oakland Astronomy Club, as well as Kirsten Sonneville-Douglass, chairperson, Keego Harbor Parks and Rec. Thank you again.
Thank you.